I want to take you guys through this small tour so you guys can learn some of the challenges when you're selecting the metal building when it comes down to the site work. Welcome backpack, this is Adbeel from WolfSteel Buildings. We're going to be building a 26 by 40 metal building back here. We're going to be talking a lot of the challenges that we went through for this slab. So I want to take you guys through this small tour so you guys can learn some of the challenges when you're selecting the metal building when it comes down to the site work. So let's get this tour started. The guys are finishing off for today. So right here, this is where the driveway currently ends. We're going to be connecting the driveway here. One of the important things when you're selecting the location for your metal building is where are your lines running. So we had to call 811 to make sure we mark the lines. There's a power line about 3 foot under. There's the internet cable here running that you see here. So we're working around it. Our client's going to be running a pipe here to run electricity out here. So that's what the trench is there for. So we're leaving today. They're going to run that pipe, and then later on, a day later, we're going to come back and just fill it in. You can see here we already got the vapor barrier. Most of it set up. We are still running the rebar. Right here, it's going to be a driveway. I mean, actually a sidewalk, actually. So you can see there's an off levelness, and that's something important to really consider. You can see up there is the off levelness. The sidewalk is going to be running on the low side, but our client's going to have a roll-up door here. He wants to, drive up his lawnmower, so we're going to have to build a ramp. And that is something to consider depending where you're going to have entrance doors, because he's going to have 2 10 by 10 roll-up doors. So that's our focus point to make sure it's a smooth entrance. But because of that, and there's an off levelness here, this is where we got to build that ramp. And that is something that you have to consider whenever you're placing your doors on an off level site. You can see here we got about 2 foot off level. We had to bring a lot of dirt here, around like 50 yards of dirt. But that's something to consider, guys. I wanted to really show this video because this is something that you should consider whenever there's site prep work. That's some of the things that have to be accounted for, and that is very custom to your site and to your project. So whenever you ask for estimate on your concrete, we're only going to provide you the concrete work of doing the the footers, the vapor barrier, the rebar. What is not included is the site prep work. As you can see, there's a lot of different based on this site and based on what the client is wanting. I hope you can hear me, but we're doing the pour here in Kaufman, Texas. Right now we got our concrete ready mix trucks. They're mixing the concrete right now here, so it's getting all poured into the pump. It's being delivered out here. So the reason why we have this pump is because we got a driveway here, and this driveway cannot handle a 36-ton concrete truck. These are heavy trucks, and they can crack the concrete. So that is the reason why we have to rent a pump. And sometimes if you get that charge, you know, when you're getting the concrete, it's because of that. We're trying to protect your driveway. But let's take a look. There's a lot of action. This is a 26 by 40 slab. We're doing a driveway approach up to the main slab. When you're connecting to a concrete driveway, sometimes what we're gonna do is we're gonna connect this one to, we're gonna put it inside here, so inside this concrete, and then connect it to the rebar so it can stay connected. You can see all the footers getting poured in. Over there at the end of the day, we actually created a ramp. Our client wants to drive up. There's gonna be a roll-up door there. So our client wanted to drive up with his lawnmower after he cuts the grass in the backyard. And that's why we have this ramp. And then there's gonna be a walk-in door on this side. That's why we did the ramp all the way through. You can see there's a lot of slopeness going on here. And they're working hard to maintain right now the form. And that's one of the challenges, that the concrete can start putting a lot of pressure on the forms. But since the concrete's still fresh, everything's in control. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new. Stay tuned. We're gonna be showing the build fully complete overall.